They say I'm disabled. I say you're looking at the wrong damn measurements. You judge me by what I can't do, while I judge myself by everything I did. That's the difference. Hey, that's the difference. Hey, that's the difference. Yeah. They say I'm disabled, I say labels are fiction. A lazy definition built on limited vision. You read books, I read people, I read situations. Built a life from experience, sweat and dedication. Yeah, I can't read a paragraph smooth like you. Can't spell every word or make punctuation do what it's supposed to do on a piece of paper. But I turned every weakness into a motivator. Funny how the people always looking down at me. Ain't accomplished half the things that I've achieved. You got grammar? Congratulations, here's your prize. I got businesses, investments, and a life you criticize. See, your strength is words, my strength is creation. You mastered commas, I mastered fabrication. You write essays, I build engines from parts. Different forms of intelligence, different forms of art. You call me disabled, I call myself able. Build it from the dirt, never needed a label. You see limitations, I see possibilities. The same thing you mock built my ability. You talk, I build. You judge, I live. You laugh, I stab, and wonder why I win.
I can build a motor sitting under a tarp. Harbor freight toolkit and a whole lot of heart. Checking ring gap, measuring deck height, calculating compression ratios down to what's right. Throws bearing in play, yeah I know that too. Valve CC calculations, that's nothing new. The same people laughing couldn't tell you where to start, but they swear they're smarter because they passed English arts. I can wire a house, I can plumb a line, build walls from scratch, make the framework align. I can tune the car into the tire screen, build custom computers and chase another dream. Turn junk into value, problems into plans. Build my whole damn future with my own two hands. You call me disabled, I call myself able. Build it from the dirt, never needed a label. You see limitations, I see possibilities. The same thing you mock built my ability. School called me a problem child. Teachers shook their heads every once in a while. Correction didn't work, discipline failed. Everybody wrote me off before I ever sailed. Depression in my chest, bullying in my face. Still found a way to carve myself a place. Now I'm running an LLC, paying taxes every year, while some of my critics still ain't left first gear. See, knowledge is power, that's what I learned young. The more that you know, the less you're controlled by anyone. So every dollar saved got invested away. Mutual funds, IRAs, planning for another day. People spend everything trying to look rich now. I build wealth in silence and let compound interest grow. The joke's on them, they never understood. The kid they called stupid was building something good. They measure my reading, never measure my drive. Funny how they miss what was keeping me alive. Thought because I stumbled double letters on the page, I never read my story, never make it off the stage. See, life ain't multiple choice, there ain't no answer key. Every scar became another certification for me. You memorize a textbook, I memorize the grind. Different kinds of knowledge, growing different kinds of minds. I learned stocks from charts while they judge report cards. Built the future brick by brick, now the payoff's not hard. Every cane they handed me became another plan. Every closed door only taught me how to build a better span. You spell success with letters, I spell mine with sweat. Every failure paid me interest, every lesson cleared a debt. Now the same ones throwing stones wanna see beside the throne, but you can't copy confidence when it's something you've outgrown.
I don't need your pity, I don't need applause. I don't need excuses, I don't need your cause. What I need is freedom, what I need is peace. A couple million stacked up in my stress relief. One day I'll be old, gray hair slowing down. Maybe dementia comes and turns my lights out. Maybe my body quits, maybe my heart stops. Maybe I leave this world right there on the spot. But until then I'm building every day, taking every setback and paving my own way. Because when you spend your whole life overcoming odds, you stop asking people for approval and odds. See, I already won, that's the truth they hate. Cause I built a future from a disadvantaged state. You had every advantage, I still kept pace. Now look me in the eyes and tell me who's misplaced. You said I was disabled, but I built, I learned, I invested, I earned. You saw disability. I saw a challenge, you measure what I couldn't do. I measure what I became. Turns out the wrong measurement was never my name. And every day I wake up, I'm still proving who's right.